What's up, everybody? Arrg the Pirate here, and today I'm playing a little Drongo in the duo lane. As always, let's go over the deck. Now I have Auto Health Potion, Ruthless, Multishot, Piercing Basic, Critical Hits, and lastly Healing Towers for my gems. Now for my cards I have Demolitionist, Living Guardian, Nitroboost, Sand Speeder, Guard Piercer, Veil Stepper, Pressure Hunter, Swamp Stalker, Heavy Hitter, Shatter Golem, and lastly Vampiric Blade. Now, I have not played Drongo in a pretty good while. I've always kind of felt his damage was underwhelming, even though he is that type of kit hero, and, you know, you throw on those rad rounds, slow the enemy down with your boomerang, shoot them 5 times and they're dead. You know, when you're not doing that, you know, his damage is just, you know, and I mean, that just goes to show you, when they buffed him like the day after he came out, they buffed him 2 days after that. You know, he's had several buffs, but I still kind of feel without his rad rounds, his damage is just, it's just okay. And, you know, sure, he does have a decent escape in the form of his ultimate, and it's on a pretty short cooldown. I've just always kind of felt that there's just better choices when it comes to ADCs. Maybe not so much someone like Grim. I think Grim's kind of in a bad spot right now. But Murdoch or Sparrow or Twin Blast, you know, even Revenant, guys, and y'all know I don't like Revenant. So, you know, I kind of feel that Drongo's just in a goofy spot, but I have seen people get very successful with him, and we actually have a pretty decent round with him this round. Now, we are facing a team that's doing the 2v1 lane, and guys, I just really don't think this is worth anymore, especially with Fang being as strong as it is. You know, really sticking to that 2v2 lane to get close to Fang. Not only does it give you access to gold, things like that, but it makes that laning phase a little bit longer and, you know, really allows you to farm up, which I think is absolutely huge for your ADC. I really think the 2v2 lane is a huge improvement, and when you go into the 2v1 lane, it's just not quite as good, guys. Now, Kallari does come in for a gank, and he actually goes invisible here, and so we were just sticking around Zinx. You know, we were staying close to Zinx because we knew Kallari was there. If we started running away, Kallari would have definitely killed us. So we just wanted to stick close to Zinx, and you could see we were able to take him out, or her out, pretty easily. Now, this does allow me to back, which, you know, hey, I was almost dead. I probably needed a back. And I'm able to put on that Nitroboost, which, you know, that gives a good, decent damage spike, which is going to be huge for getting in tower and actually downing this tower. But without my support here, I don't really want to head into tower. And, you know, I just kind of want to hang out, you know, get my farm. Once my support shows up, we'll be able to really push this lane and hopefully down this tower. And again, guys, I really don't think that 2v1 lane is really viable anymore. You can see Yin's not really able to come out of that tower. You know, she's very, very underfed. And, you know, if we ever do start hitting her, we're going to definitely do more damage than she does. Since we kind of have moved back to the 2v2 lane, you know, guys, again, this is really how you really want to play. It just feels better. It really allows your ADC to get more farm, things like that, and allows your solo laner to, you know, kind of set lanes, things like that. You know, there's just so many benefits to that, and it feels just much better. Now, Kallari does come in for an ultimate, and you can see, guys, you can see the power of these ion rounds on this Yin. They hit so hard, guys, and we were actually able to take her out, and we get a good chunk of damage onto the enemy Kallari, which, you know, we're not able to take her out, but our Kallari ults over and is able to, you know, wrap that kill up, no problem. So, you know, I mean, we're dominating this 2v1 lane right now, and again, guys, I really think that's playing that 2v2 lane, that's really kind of how you want to play. You don't really want to do the 2v1 anymore. It's just the heroes are set up to play that 2v2, and it just feels much better. Now, being at 8 minutes into the match, we're able to throw on Heavy Hitter, but we really need to start pushing this lane and really down this tower, so that can free me up to start rotating. You know, maybe we can get Fang, things like that. We do have a Kallari jungler, so, you know, we're not able to take Fang near as early, but once she hits, you know, 13 or so, if she's running something like Knights of Asher, she'll be able to solo it. So we're kind of just waiting for that point, and, you know, hopefully we can actually go over and help out mid, or maybe even help out our solo lane, get those towers down, and that way we can just really start working as a team and really rotating. Now, I had a comment in one of my last videos that said, hey man, you need to make a guide on when to get in and out of that laning phase, like when is laning phase over and things like that, and that's something I'm definitely going to work on, guys. You know, with the holidays and with our, you know, we've had a couple of family issues. Well, with everything going on, I've gotten way behind on making that ADC and support guide, you know, the 104 or 106 class, you know, the pirate crew class. I've gotten very far behind on that, as well as, you know, there's a couple of videos that I've wanted to make. We've just, you know, the holidays, it's always a pain to do those type of things, but I will definitely get on those as soon as, you know, I kind of get a little break. And I am actually recording this video on Christmas Eve, so, you know, it's a little bit of, you know, little chaos going around in the background. So I will definitely work on that laning phase and just the ADC support guides. I'll definitely work on those and hopefully have those out very soon. Now, if you saw, we were able to take down mid lane and then rotate back to our lane, take out our lane, and then we go ahead and collapse onto mid, or onto Raptor. And, you know, Fangtooth with Iggy, Zinx, you know, and me here, we're able to take out this Fangtooth. And you can see, since they are in that 1v2 lane, it's just so easy for us to do this. And, you know, this is huge, guys. We've made some incredible plays in the last, you know, 2 minutes. And it's simply because there's not a whole lot they can do in this 2v1 situation. I know I've said that quite a bit, but, you know, it really is that. You know, you could say, hey, you know, the jungler and this and that, and sure, but we have a Kallari jungler as well. You know, it's not just we're playing better than they are. We're at a big advantage because my team, our duo lane, is close to Fang, and the enemy duo lane is not. Now from here, I'm actually going to rotate to the solo lane. And, you know, the enemy team, they actually took out our Quang, and so, hey, I'm just going to go in on this Wraith. And you can see, again, we're hitting them with those ion rounds, and, you know, he's done, guys. And you could also see there, I don't do just an entire ton of damage with my basic. Really, those ion rounds are what hits for a lot. So putting those on when you're actually going to engage on the enemy, that's where you start cranking out that damage. And that's one thing that with Drongo you have to understand. You have to kind of get used to that, you know. Throw on those rounds when you're starting a fight. If you're not really getting into a fight, you know, you're just clearing minions or something like that, don't use them. That way they're off of cooldown when you need them. Now for the next few minutes, we just kind of run around and, you know, play that run around game, getting lanes set in the right direction. You know, we're looking for objectives. We're looking to defend lanes if we need to. You can see I'm hitting the mid and kind of getting this lane situated. Gonna head back to my lane, get it, you know, pushing in the right direction if it's set against us, but, you know, it's not really. Yin is very underfed, and you can see as soon as we show up, she's taking off, which, again, guys, that doesn't hurt anybody, or doesn't help anybody. Now, Morgash, you know, she gets pushed up out of position. Guys, remember that golden rule, don't cross the river? Well, that's also the case when you're out of that laning phase. Really, crossing the river, unless you have help, you shouldn't really do, because us being able to take down that Morgesh just really easy like that is going to free us up to, again, go in on Raptors. Now, their Yin is here, but, you know, who's scared of Yin at this point? We're able to take out our second Fang, and, you know, she uses her ult, and she's able to get out, so, hey, no problem. I'm going to just go ahead and chase her, because, you know, why not? With Kallari here, I'm thinking he's going to get a dagger and be able to actually slow her down, but he didn't quite do that. The enemy Kallari's here, but hey, let's get out. You know, we missed that dagger onto Yin. You know, it'd have been nice to get that kill, but no problem. Now, me and Zinx are going to end up pushing this duo lane. You can see there's a huge presence in our solo lane. And, you know, there's two of our heroes in that lane, as well as Kallari's heading over there. So we're just going to push this lane. You know, there's a big enemy presence. And you can see we're able to take out Yin, guys. Those ion rounds, they're so good. And then, you know, their Morgesh shows up. We're able to take her out before she gets that ult off, which is absolutely huge. Kallari does head in, and, you know, she's running after me, and I'm definitely kind of worried about where she is. I want to stay close to Zinx. That way, you know, if we have to, Zinx can hit her with that stun. But, hey, they're going to have to go deal with mid lane and deal with the push in that duo lane. This is going to allow me to back. I'm going to stand behind that tower just so, you know, I don't get a dagger. And we're just going to go ahead and back, put on a couple more power cards, and then get back in the lane. Now, from here, we're going to head back to our duo lane. You know, there is a pretty big counter push heading our way. You can see that Kallari and Yin are both in that lane. So we're going to get ready to deal with that. Now, Zinx goes in, gets a great double stun onto that Yin and Kallari. And Morgesh heads over, and Morgesh hurts, guys. And, you know, she's definitely doing work. I'm doing my best to get out, but we end up going down there. And hey, you know, we're 5-1-1. You know, not doing horrible, but you could see that rotation from that mid lane was able to take me out very, very easy, and we weren't expecting it at all. So that was a great job on the enemy Morgesh. You know, we got that great stun with Zinx, but great job on their part all in all. Now, my team is actually able to head over and clean up all those kills. You know, we got a ton of damage on both that Kallari and that Yin, as well as Morgesh. You know, we hit her a little bit, and my team was able to just melt them, which is huge. And then we end up actually getting that Richter and Wraith kill. So, you know, we're keeping them on staggered deaths, and this is going to allow us to pick up our third Raptor. Now, we have 3 Raptors compared to their none. And this is huge, guys. Raptor is such a big part of Paragon right now. Yeah, I cannot stress how important picking up Raptor is, or at least being able to contest it. And right now, you know, we are doing a pretty phenomenal job of picking up Raptor when the team, you know, they've only actually showed up that one time to pick it up, which, you know, that is picking good times, things like that. But at the same time, you know, they should at least try to contest it at some point, or even go for it themselves. But, you know, we've actually been doing a pretty good job this match. Now, from here, again, we're going to push our duo lane, and I'm actually going to rotate, but my Zinx is here, and Kallari's here, and of course, Kallari's invis. So we're actually going to head over to this lane, and, you know, with that stun from Zinx, we're able to do just a ton of damage to both Yin and that Morgesh, and we end up taking Morgesh out, which is, you know, that's huge. And we're going to start, you know, trying to get some damage on this T2 here in this duo lane. We could see Wraith was heading over, so we need to be aware of that. You know, we just have to be careful. He's coming in behind us, but, you know, we might be able to take them out, and I'm going to go after Yin. Now, you know, get that couple of ion rounds, we're able to take her out. And since that Wraith came in behind us, you know, he didn't have the safety of his tower anymore. We were able to just absolutely delete him. And, you know, right now we've got 4 of their teammates down. You know, this is huge. They are all about to spawn back in, so we do have to be a little bit careful. But, you know, this is a huge play, guys. And from here, we're actually able to take out this inhib, and, you know, I'm just kind of kiting around to get away from this Morgesh, and you can see, again, this is the second time this round we were able to kill her before she gets her ult off. And then, you know, just head to mid lane. Let's get mid lane pushing in the right direction. Hopefully we can get this mid lane inhib as well. Now, of course, we are able to push into this inhib, and we take it out pretty easily. From here, I'm actually going to head down to Prime. You know, now's the perfect time to pick up Prime. I am low, but, you know, that's alright. And sure enough, we're able to take out Prime. I do almost go down because we didn't have as much of a team collapse as I would have liked, but hey, no problem. But with Prime buff, you can see I'm regening health. You know, I'm going to be at pretty much full health by the time we start getting into a fight anyways, and you can see the damage we're doing. And we're able to take out that Kalari fairly easy, and, you know, their Richter ended up DCing, which, you know, hey, that is unfortunate, but it's pretty much GG at this point, and especially with us having Prime, you know, we're doing pretty well. Well, as this video wraps up, you know, Drongo is one of those solid kit ADCs, and if you are into those, you know, self-buffing type heroes where, you know, Drongo's got a great rotation where you can shred your armor, hit you with those rad rounds that do tons of damage and slow you, you know, this might be the hero for you. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this Drongo video. If y'all did enjoy, show me some love. Leave me a comment. Think about subscribing. Join our Discord if you haven't done it. I'd love to play with some of y'all. Hope y'all are having a great Christmas Eve. And as always, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video.